loose question like introduction में he's asking स्वयं he's asking क्या क्या mention करना चाहिए other than name and locality. I'm assuming it's interview का introduction वाला part कि क्या mention करना चाहिए अपने
यू
side से.
यूपीएससी इंटरव्यूज देखे हैं. I gave that type of introduction only, and they asked me questions based on that. I said I lived in Pune. They asked me questions about Pune. Tell me about his history of Pune. Why is it significant? Compare Pune with Hyderabad. Compare Pune with Mumbai. Like that.
Okay, okay. For me, they did not ask anything like that. Just for information. I all I said was my name, where I live, my hobbies, and then I it felt more like a thing for me to, I mean, for them to make sure that I was calm enough to give the interview more than anything. So I don't think
There
they
was,
assess you
hmm.
more on the introduction part.
I think
Depends
कोई
on which
भी
professors you get, what's your panel and all.
I don't
I
think it
think
goes wrong with just
overall
mentioning your interests.
sorry sorry
हाँ.
continue क्या बोलेगा.
No, it's like they don't go anywhere wrong if you mention your interests or hobbies and leave it there. That should be fine. Nothing on
Yeah.
top of.
And I think वो sort of it's to gauge a little bit of your confidence and a little bit like to get you speaking, as Nitya
Yeah.
said.
Mhm.
So that's there. Okay, this is the misconception that I was going to come to. That the environment at triple IITH is too intense compared to IITs. So can you talk a little bit about college culture, college life at triple IIT Hyderabad? Uh,
Should answer
I'll answer at the last now.
I think Aryan is going to give like a full, subjective answer on this
हाँ
one.
हाँ
So
हाँ. At the last. I go at the
yeah,
last.
okay.
हाँ.
Ladies
that.
first, come on.
Um, I don't think it's wrong to say that this college is academically hectic. Like some of the courses that you're doing in first year are things that if I'm not wrong, a lot of other colleges do in second year, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
So it's like DSA, for example.
Yeah.
So it is hectic and the pace is high. So you'll have to keep up with and you'll have to learn on your own, right? Like a lot of stuff you have to learn on your own. No one's gonna guide you and stuff. That is true. There's a reason all of us are grinding C++ plus plus a night at 12 in the night right now. So yeah, it is hectic, but it's also really fun. Like and when you'll get used to it and you'll have fun doing it, right? Obviously, everyone has different fun things or everyone has different experiences everywhere. But for me, at least, it was really fun. It's hectic, but you learn quite a lot and you improve very fast. So that is one thing.
And it's not like the college life was dead.
Hmm.
It is not dead.
Hmm.
There is everything, but then because probably the academics are a little intense, you will probably have to choose where to go. And there is no force. You don't have to do anything also. You can just do acads also. Or you could do everything else also. There is no force as such. So there is no peer pressure or anything over here. It should be your own self-dedication towards whatever you're doing.
Yeah, you'll have to seek whatever interest you want yourself a bit more.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
it's like if you're interested in dance, it's a good community. So if you're interested in whatever, it's a really good community, but you have to go and put time into it yourself, kind of stuff.
Okay, my turn.
I love how Aryan has been smiling now. I'm waiting for his
You
answer.
were waiting.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
All eyes on you.
Okay, so yes, as Ashwin said, academics academics are going to be there, but to be honest, it's going to be there in every college. Even
Yeah. Plus one,
Sanvi
plus
must
one.
be facing
Plus
that.
one,
People
plus
at
one.
IITs, NITs, BITS, everybody has academics. You go to college to have academics, by the way. Ha.
And then you forget
But
that you go there for academics.
ha. But then you also have fun. Like we have a lot of clubs. We have gaming clubs. We have dance, music club, drama club. He's in Cyclorama, which is a drama club. There's DepSoc, the debate society. So there are a lot of clubs. We have events of these various clubs almost every week, I'd say, or every month we have events and shows and whatever. We have our fest also, Felicity. इस बार चार Diwali had come. So fest also happens. We have sports also that happens. I mean, there's, I mean, people think that there's
No,
only
no, he's right. I
study
think
here.
we were all told कि ट्रिपल आईटी में कॉलेज लाइफ नहीं होती.
हाँ
Like वो
कॉलेज
बताया वो
ऐसा ऐसा
दिखाया
तो
जाता
नहीं
है
है.
ऐसा नहीं है.
कि
We have seen and heard a lot about Char Diwali while he was in our college. There's a lot of stuff that happened.
You don't look at me.
Yeah.
We are
Then
not doing this publicly.
exactly. If you want to have fun, you can have fun anywhere, be it IIT, NIT, BITS, and Triple IT as well. Plus, our college, Triple ITH, is in the middle of Hyderabad. It's in Gachibowli. It's at a very good place in Hyderabad. It has, how do I say this? I
Very
don't
well
want to say
connected. It's
it's well connected.
yeah, well
Yes,
connected is
you
the
you
word
you can get access
used.
to a lot of stuff, like
Let's not
restaurants,
use words like
cafes.
stuff.
Time.
You get to see Swiggy, Zomato, dine out at any time.
No curfew whatsoever.
No
Oh yeah.
curfew.
You can go out of college anytime.
We have gone out at this hour, like we gone out at 12 midnight, 1 a.m. and came back at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Also true
No
for
pause.
ITs. You don't have any curfews anywhere. No hostel
No
curfew,
curfews
no
anymore.
entry curfew. Like
Exactly.
you can basically come and go out anywhere, anytime, whatever you want to do. Um, what are the hostels like for you guys? Like are like hygiene wise, food wise, everything.
Food is I felt the food is amazing. Like having a Maharashtrian palate, to say the food palette. I felt Hyderabadi food and especially the mess food is amazing. We get biryani, Hyderabadi biryani twice a week,
Okay,
That's
Aryan,
Right.
pretty.
I'm going to
That's
which
stop
is
you
pretty.
pretty
there.
good.
That's really good.
Okay, all right.
Startup culture.
Startup culture.
Okay,
This is
startup culture
interesting. Is
isn't
there a startup
as
culture?
so there is startup culture. We have incubation centers. We have the ATL thing as well. It isn't as prominent as some of the, say, IITs or BITs, but you can approach professors, you can pitch your ideas. We have a eCell, which is conducting Startup 8 right now, which is helping students, build up their ideas and pitch it to mentors, get it refined. So that thing is going on. We are the college is still trying to inculcate the startup culture in us. We also have the PDM sessions, the product
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
management and design session that's going on, which teaches us about how product is designed and how it is uh, how it goes through a cycle of all the
Yeah, yeah.
development
We
stages.
also had a product design thing, but that was like it was an sort of introductory.
We it's
I
in
think that is a good
introductory.
change that has happened across all tier one colleges. Like they sort of realized that you need to have these skills, and they've given it. Like it's as some sort of course or something. Okay, do
Also,
we have? Continue.
one good thing about research is you never know when your research can turn it into a product or a startup or something which can be sold. We have
Anything concrete, basically. Anything
huh,
concrete.
we have a professor PK. So when he did his PhD thesis, he his PhD thesis he basically turned it into a startup with him and his peer group, and then he sold a startup for around 300 million pounds to a company, and now that the company or that startup is around $1 billion worth.
Uh,
The professor is super
Crazy.
rich. He still teaches at this college for some reason, and he wears shorts. So
That's why he's a prof.
yeah, he's the only professor who is allowed to wear shorts, by the way, or something. So,
You have that much money, bro.
yeah, obviously.
See, the good thing about a relatively smaller student population and our whole college life here is it's really easy for you to stand out if you're interested in something,
Hmm.
and it's easy for you to make yourself visible to the profs. Like there are already UG ones working under Professor PK and a lot of other professors
Yeah.
itself doing research. Like in first year, I think first sem itself, a lot of them started. So if
Yep.
you're really interested in
That's awesome.
something, a club or even startup culture, right? Like if you're really interested, it's very easy for you to find the people who are working in it and quite literally join them. So that's one really good thing here.
All you have to do in this college, at least, is just walk to a lab, knock on the door, and ask them to let you in. You show an interest, they usually take you in.
That's awesome. What about internships? Like from the side of the college?
Internships, I think uh, last sem they were crazy.
There is.
Third years,
Uh,
there were a lot of
correct,
seniors getting into NVIDIA, there was IBM, there was Google.
correct.
So internships होते रहते हैं tier one की बातें सारी.
Equivalent to any other tier one. Like you don't have to worry about that, I think.
हाँ
There's no official internship drive here, right? Student run drive, but it's pretty good here.
हाँ
It's like
that's
really great.
yep.
Whatever all options available.
See, you go to these colleges, like there's a reason they're tier one. मतलब placements internships
हाँ
का तो like it's guaranteed. Like वो तो होता है. You don't have to sort of ask about it at this
वही तो
point.
वो होता
वो
रहता
वो
है.
वो given है. I'll share their IDs. I put it up on the channel. If they agree, we'll put it up so that you can contact them if you have doubts. Anything else if you want to ask in the interview, particularly?
कौन सा?
I don't know. See there.
You can send questions to Aryan directly as well if you don't want me to see them
Most
for
of the
some reason.
subject भी है.
Okay, good.
अच्छा this one essay
Mm,
वाला only है.
Oh,
I asked them to put
what can happen is
everything.
a power cut in ongoing everything. Um, Regarding those situations, it's better to mail them and just clarify the situation or find out it's like technical details. So,
I think you should tell which question you're
no,
answering.
okay, sorry.
हाँ
Yeah, the what can happen is a power cut in the interview and the network goes down. It's something that I think you should mail them and get a situation clarified then and there itself.
the professors and the panelists are really understanding, just that
Yeah,
they're short on time
correct.
while taking your interview. So if you
Which is
mail them, I
understood
think
भाई
it should
इतने
be
interview
fine.
है.
हाँ,
Tell
Yes,
tell
them.
about
I've
interview.
told a lot.
Again, it's not really worth it to tell about interview at this point of time because you still have a lot of time to get to that stage.
And even if you tell anything, there's nothing to tell. It's
हाँ
on spot.
If you have any doubts at that time, you guys can reach out to them. I'm sure जून में कुछ काम नहीं है.
हाँ वो भी है.
That's an
Don't you need
interesting,
understanding for both advanced and
that's an
UGEE?
interesting question, technically.
So, do you think advanced prep helped you, or you could have done the test just as good with understanding you develop while learning during the 2 years? Uh, does anyone have? Do you want to take the question?
Um, sure. I mean, can you talk about the advanced prep part because I have
Ah, yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
No, no. You tell your experience as well.
Right. So
Ah,
I didn't do any like I didn't do advanced prep or even mains prep. So I don't like it doesn't matter generally. You just need to be thorough with whatever you have learned, right? Like um yeah, so basically it's like just how good are you with the concepts in physics and maths, right? Because those are the two questions asked. Like I said earlier, my chemistry was zero. So that aside, thankfully they didn't ask that in the interview. But yeah, you don't need advanced prep. You don't need mains prep technically to get in. You just need to make sure that whatever you're learning, you're able to apply it well. For REAP, I don't think we had to write down a single formula in paper. It was all
no.
just
We
basic
did not.
geometry series, everything.
हाँ.
For
Aryan.
interview, yeah, so you don't have to, you technically don't need any of the prep, right? It's all about what helps you understand concepts in physics and maths generally, and however you are able to visualize it well. So yeah, it could does it help you? I mean, if it helped you learn, like she said, if it helped you learn those concepts, if it helped you, think about it in different perspective, really great. If not, also I don't like if you didn't do prep as well, it doesn't matter. It's like how much you understand and able to apply it on that particular day. So yeah.
No, I don't know how many of you who are currently in the meeting have studied under P2 sir. But P2 sir really took just one very simple problem and he went deep into it. Like he explored each and every
He would
situation.
dissect it in about like 5, 6 parts, and then we would spend around 20 minutes on one part.
Yup.
So
Amazing.
I think we in one of our lectures we spend around 1 hour 20 minutes or 1 hour 30 minutes on simple pendulum.
yeah,
Just simple pendulum and all its aspect.
yeah,
Amazing.
everything,
So,
everything.
so that is the type of thinking that they require, or that is the type of thinking that they are looking for, basically.
No,
This is,
dual degrees.
no, dual degree is not based on first year CGPA like it is in it's an entire different program you have to get into. So,
Yeah.
हाँ,
someone else.
Okay, now.
That question.
easier to clear UGE than BitSat. Again, they're not comparable. You see, BitSat
Yeah.
requires a different skill set, UGE requires a different skill set. As far as I remember, BitSat requires you to solve questions quickly and accurately,
Yeah.
while UG does require you to wait, think for a while, apply your concepts properly. So they require different skill set, and whatever you excel at is easier to clear.
And honestly, ये मतलब I know where these questions are stemming from. You just like after your mains when you're like, mains और ऐसे गया now, which exams I give, do I give, what do I rely on? But like if you're asking very, very objectively, then probabilistically you have a better chance of clearing bit chat than you do of UG. Like if you're asking very objectively, if you take it एकदम face value पे. बट
हाँ,
वही है तुम पेपर देके तो आओ मतलब क्योंकि यूजी का इतना कुछ प्रेप डिफरेंस है नहीं बेटा तो दोगे ही ऑब्वियसली इट्स समथिंग यू विल डू बहुत पीवाईक्यूज एंड यू डू दिस दैट यू डू टेस्ट सीरीज एंड यू गिव तो गिव द पेपर एज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग सजेशन बस
what did they see in you during the interview that just selected you to be part of this prestigious institute? We have no clue, buddy. We have no clue.
I think you should just go talk whatever you're thinking.
what do you see in them that you think brought them here is
हाँ,
the question you should ask yourself. Hmm. Are there any more questions in your DMs or like what is
how
I
did
feel
you
if they're
prepare for
relevant to the paper right now, answer them. Otherwise, just skip them. Like,
हाँ. So there's a question on how we prepare for REAP.
Don't.
Again, we didn't
We
prepare for the paper. REAP has logical reasoning question. It checks your aptitude to improve that aptitude or to build that aptitude. I say solve logical reasoning questions, solve puzzle questions,
Also linguistics. Just look at the few linguistic
I
questions.
think prompt
linguistic
दे दो
questions.
मतलब to maybe Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, get a set of 10 questions saying
हाँ,
what are if you would expect in triple IT, Hyderabad, UG, whatever. So just look up all resources everywhere
you would
available
get
and give good
sample
questions to you.
papers. You'd get sample papers for REAP and some past year memory based question for REAP. Just put it into Gemini, Claude, and ask them to prepare questions similar to that.
Yeah, that's
Would
a
just-
good way to sort of go about it.
हाँ,
भाई इंजीनियर बनना है तो ये सब ही तो टेस्ट कर रहे हैं मतलब these are the skill sets that you need to have. So, हाँ.
Is it like main subject section? Um, I think
different skill set,
yeah,
buddy. Again,
yeah. Bitsat logic and UGLD are different. Yes.
different. They're completely different paper. We cannot compare BitSet and UG. Different skill set. Same syllabus, but different skill set you require. They're laughing reading the question or the
That's not a question. Stop like this.
comment saying that we have good communication skills and good conceptual knowledge, an urge to explore new, which they might have seen.
This is my guess by your appearance.
Yeah, we are curious though. We often ponder about randomest of questions.
Very random.
I can actually give you an example of this because I remember it so. We were in a cab from Pune to Mumbai coming to campus, and one of our friends was wondering how snakes reproduce and what is so like the reason I tell you this is it might seem very random to you, but the whole point of college is this. Like there's a reason you are in, hostel or whatever life is because you have so many smart people. So honestly, like अभी पढ़ाई कर लो. I'm telling you, तुम यहाँ आके पढ़ाई कम करोगे. Like if you're in the sort of real learning वाला phase ना where you actually want to learn. तो lot of you learn from interaction, not you learn from, everywhere and like have a good friend circle. I think college में आके भी and like Aryan Aryan has seen me in like weird phases of crashing out and whatever about a lot of random J stuff, but now we are in both in like good places and this is the thing that we can talk about and help you guys out as well because अच्छे connections बनते हैं with good people in good places. So keep the whatever you have right now, keep it strong. Like SMA, like use your friendships wisely, I think. Not use them, but like,
हाँ
like utilize having good friends to a good extent. वो I think बहुत helpful रहेगा.
do we have
That's it then. I
questions?
think if there is anything else, we have I think 4 more minutes.
Cutoffs you can find online for CSD and CLD you can find them online.
The answers rearrange like such a
Oh, well.
Depends on your interest. If you like linguistic, you'll keep that up. If you like natural sciences, physics and stuff, you'll keep that up. Generally, what we have been told is students in CSD, which is our branch, can move into any of the other branches, which is linguistic, natural sciences. Uh, so that is one of the reasons I took CSD because I was not very sure which section or which branch I want to go. Generally, people put their arrangements based on the cutoffs. So, like lowest cutoff at the top, which is CSD, and then you go down as a cutoff increases. There are a few people who wanted human sciences, that they wanted to do human sciences, so they kept that as a first priority. Linguistics also.
CMD as well.
Yeah,
Like
see,
there are people with their own preferences. There are people who liked ECD who kept electronics and communication, that branch, as first instead of CSD.
मेरा इंटरव्यू
So
होता था तो मैं ह्यूमन साइंस से डालने वाली थी ऊपर मेरा वो मतलब हुआ था डिसाइड
so it depends on your interest and what you want to pursue. Ashwin. हाँ
Can you tell us how we exactly
यार मुझे
dropped
भी
Ken?
बताओ यार I'm
Uh,
फोमो हो रहा है थोड़ा सा
can you tell how the brown t-shirt guy, sorry I don't know his name, Aryan or Ashwin, can you tell us on how you exactly dropped Chem and how did you manage to qualify? How did you try to cover up the part in interviews? Okay, for UGE, at least our paper, Chem had a very low weightage, right? Like very low. For REAP, there was barely any Chem question. The only thing that had Chem to do with was like, what was sugar water attractive to ants? That was the
हाँ
question. That was the only Chem question we had. So that didn't matter. For super also the cutoff is really low. Like I got 15 out of 40 or something and I managed to qualify, right? So you don't have to be thorough in chem for super or reap. You just have to make sure the other parts are good enough that you can cover up. For interview, yeah, I didn't really try to cover it up. I just knew if chem came, I didn't have much of a chance. But even if let's say chem came and let's say it's not a strongest subject, right? Or whatever it is, just whatever you're reasoning it out and whatever understanding you have, try to make sure you say that out step by step. So even if you don't can't get to the final step, or even if you don't know the name of say a particular thing in chemistry, right? I'm pretty sure the professors are there to help you. They'll definitely give that if you miss that one step. You just have to make sure that your other answer is logically rigorous enough. You know that they're able to see how you're thinking. That's pretty much it for chem. So yeah, don't think too much about the fact that you're weak in a particular subject. Just try to understand it as much as possible. And for interview, just think the whole answer through. That's pretty much it.
Adding
Yeah.
about chemistry, I think the whole reason a lot of people complain about chemistry is the memory part. But as we said, like it's a largely application-based paper, so
Yeah.
that's why there's like less amount of your whatever chemistry. I remember there's briefly one organic reaction or whatever, but like that's what like it's very easy, man. Like if you've done JE stuff, then it's not too much to like get through.
Hmm. Like I had zero chemistry knowledge whatsoever, JE chemistry knowledge, any chemistry knowledge, and I managed to get in. So it's not that tough
again.
subject wise.
They want to see your thinking and your approach to a problem rather than your how deep the knowledge is.
Correct.
also for the weird question they ask, which is not related to your subject, which will be surely asked question. Usually, when they ask the question, your mind kind of goes blank because you're used to giving some very objective answers, as in like using a formula or something, right? And this is a very subjective answer. So my suggestion is whatever comes to your head, start with it. And there are times when the profs who are taking the interview, they do ask a few questions related to whatever you say. So as I said, there is no definite answer they're looking for. They're gonna see how you're gonna think, how you're gonna approach a question. So don't freak out if when they ask that question, your mind goes completely blank and it occurs to you that, oh, I don't know the answer. Just start telling whatever comes to your head.
Okay, is
Okay, I
drugs and
guess
all
is that
common? That's a question by our
I think
beloved
yeah,
Advait
that's our sign for
Deshmukh.
timeout. That's the sign for timeout. That's the sign for timeout. Thank you for that
Yep.
question. Um, all right. So I'm guessing there's no more questions. If whoever qualifies for interview, whatever, good luck for the paper. You guys can reach out to these people again.
Yep.
So thanks a lot for being here, Aryan, Ashwin, and Nitya. Great pleasure to share the platform with the OG goats. Uh, all right, guys. So that is it. You can leave. So